Hello and welcome to Your World This Week, the weekly roundup for all the top news stories of the week. The top news stories this week are:
around 80,000 new cases observed this week. The coronavirus tally in the country has reached 10.9 million, including 1.3 lakh active cases. 10.6 million cases have been discharged till now. The death toll has mounted to 1.5 lakh. Meanwhile, 4 cases of the SARS-CoV-2 South African variant and 1 case of the Brazil variant has been detected in the country. The Health Ministry confirmed this on Tuesday. India has so far reported 187 cases of the UK variant, and the South African variant has been detected in 4 different South African returnees this past month. All the travellers have been tested, quarantined, and ICMR NIV is attempting to isolate and culture the South African variant. All international travellers coming or transiting from flights originating from the United Kingdoms, Europe and Middle East will be required to declare their travel history of the past 14 days as per the standard operating procedure rolled out by the centre on Wednesday. According to fresh guidelines issued by the centre from February 23, international passengers will have to submit a self-declaration form for COVID-19 on the online Air Suvidha portal before their scheduled travel. COVID surge was observed this week in Maharashtra. So, in a fresh bid to mitigate the spread of coronavirus in Maharashtra, BMC has issued new guidelines for Mumbai residential buildings with more than 5 active COVID-19 patients will be sealed. From now, places like wedding halls, clubs and restaurants etc. will be ready to check if they are flouting any COVID-19 protocols. Travellers coming to Mumbai from Brazil will be put into compulsory 7 days institutional quarantine. 300 marshals will be appointed to take action against those travelling in trains without mask. Tests will be increased in areas where more patients were found. Stamps will be put on the back of the hands of patients staying in home quarantine. Besides this, additional marshals will be hired to keep an eye on violators in Mumbai, the BMC said on Wednesday. The government has also announced a lockdown in Amravati and Yavatamal districts and also tightened its COVID-19 restrictions this Thursday to control the spread of coronavirus. With the vaccination drive being held across the country, over 98 lakh frontline workers are now protected from the coronavirus infection in India after they got their second and final dose of the vaccine. India began administering the second dose on 13th February, 4 weeks after the vaccinations began. This period has seen a marked decline in new infections, though that the trend appears to be breaking in Maharashtra after a fresh spike this week was observed. The Pan-India vaccination drive was launched on 16 January. In the first phase of the coronavirus vaccination drive in India, healthcare workers and frontline workers were being inoculated. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research on Thursday said interim results of the ongoing clinical trials indicated that the indigenous COVID-19 vaccines produced by India would be effective against the mutated virus strains reported from the United Kingdom, South Africa and Brazil. For the first time since the violent Galwan Valley clash in eastern Ladakh, China has finally admitted that it lost 4 People's Liberation Army soldiers in the face-off with Indian soldiers in June last year. China had earlier refused to disclose details of casualties in Galwan clash earlier. Chinese government's official mouthpiece Global Times reported that the Central Military Commission of China recognized 5 Chinese frontier officers and soldiers for their sacrifice in border confrontation with India. Of the 5 PLA soldiers honored by China, 4 were killed in the Galwan Valley clash. 5 Chinese frontier officers and soldiers stationed in the Karakoram mountains have been recognized by Central Military Commission of China for their contribution in the border confrontation with India, which occurred in the Galwan Valley in June 2020. Global Times quoted the PLA Daily as saying on Friday, however, 20 brave soldiers of the Indian Army led by Colonel Santosh Babu laid down their lives in the Galwan Valley clash while trying to protect India's territorial integrity. Farmers' organizations held a nationwide rail roko program for 4 hours on Thursday between 12 noon and 4 p.m. The farmers sat on railway tracks at many places in Punjab and Haryana, with officials stopping trains at stations as a precautionary measure. In Punjab, protesters sat on tracks at many places on the Delhi-Ludhiana-Amritsar railway route. Officials said farmers blocked the Jalandhar-Cant Jammu railway track in Jalandhar and in Mohali district as well. Members of Bharatiya Kisan Union showered flower petals on police personnel and distributed sweets during the Rail Roko protest in Modinagar in Uttar Pradesh. The 4-hour nationwide Rail Roko agitation by farmers against the centre's 3 agricultural laws ended without any untoward incident this week. Moving on to the international front, regional issues of common interest, reinforcement of strategic ties and practical cooperation for maintaining a free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific was the focal point of the 3rd ministerial meeting of Quadrilateral Security Dialogue or Quad on Thursday. The meeting was attended by US Secretary Antony Blinken, Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi. On the sports front, India successfully avenged its first test defeat against England by registering the biggest win against the visitors on day 4 of the second test at the Chennai game. The host won by 317 runs to level the format series 101 on Tuesday. The men in blue finished the game in style, bowling out England for 164 with more than 4 sessions to spare. In the first test, India had lost by a massive 227-run margin. Cricket fans celebrated the massive victory and lauded man of the match Ravichandran Ashwin, who not only took some crucial wickets but also scored a ton, paving way for India's victory. Moving on to the highlights from the IPL auction for IPL 2021. Cricket is an unexpected game and so was this mini auction. South African all-rounder Chris Morris became the most expensive player at the IPL auction after he was bought by Rajasthan Royals for 16.25 crore. Morris entered with a base price of Rs 75 lakh. Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore both showed interest before Rajasthan Royals made a belated entry after RCB pulled out at Rs 10 crore. The bidding continued between Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals, and the South African all-rounder was finally sold to the Royals. Australian swashbuckling batsman Glenn Maxwell was bought by RCB for 14.25 crore. The franchisee also bagged all-rounder Kyle Jamieson for 15 crore. The auction also focused on uncapped players and rewarded them for their brilliant domestic circuit. Master blaster Sachin Tendulkar's son Arjun, meanwhile, was picked up by the Mumbai Indians. And moving on to the updates from the entertainment world, Bollywood actor Dia Mirza tied the knot with businessman Vaibhav Rekhi on February 15 in a close-knit ceremony in Mumbai. She was showered with blessings and good wishes from all quarters. What really stole the hearts of the nation and made the pictures go viral was the fact that the actor's Hindu wedding rituals were being performed by a priestess. Traditionally, Hindu wedding ceremonies are usually performed by male priests. Dia shared a note about her wedding ceremony on Thursday and said that the highest point for the couple was the Vedic ceremony being conducted by a woman priest. NASA's Perseverance rover successfully touched down on the Mars after surviving a blazing 7-minute plunge through the Martian atmosphere. Among the scientists who are the part of this historic mission, Indian-American Dr. Swati Mohan spearheaded the development of attitude control and the landing system for the rover. The largest, most advanced rover NASA has sent to the another world touched down on the Mars on Thursday after a 203-day journey traversing 293 million miles. The agency's Perseverance rover landed on the red planet at 3:55 p.m. EST on Thursday. And here's the viral video of the week.
क्रॉस करके सीधे पत्थर को क्रॉस करके हम वापस मुरैना की तरफ जाने के लिए आए हैं। मेरे दाहिनी तरफ सामने झील और मैं
Hope you liked this edition of Your World This Week. We will be back next week with yet another episode of Your World This Week. Have a good day.